breaking news overnight.
Amy, thanks. Now that breaking news from overnight, Orlando Police Chief John Mina claims the state attorney will not seek the death penalty for Markeith Loyd.
Loyd is accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend Sade Dixon last year and gunning down Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton in January.
News 6 reporter Sashel Saunders is live outside the state attorney's office this morning. And Sashel, I can imagine Chief Mina not happy about this.
Oh, no, he is not at all. We spoke to him. He's in Dubai right now for a police conference, but he told us that he doesn't understand why this is happening and that this is the exact reason why the death penalty exists. 1.5 months before the trials of Markeith Loyd begins in the murder of his pregnant ex-girlfriend Sade Dixon and Lieutenant Deborah Clayton, and the death penalty may be off the table. Chief John Mina confirmed it to News 6 overnight and quickly condemned the decision, saying, quote, "I've spoken with the state attorney and I'm extremely upset that she will not be seeking the death penalty." He went on to say, "I've seen the video of Markeith Loyd executing Lieutenant Deborah Clayton while she lay defenseless on the ground. She was given no chance to live. A cop killer who also killed his pregnant girlfriend should not be given that chance." He adds that it's the very reason the death penalty is an option. Loyd has been difficult and uncooperative since he was captured following those murders. He's chosen to represent himself in trial, evoking the so-called sovereign citizen's defense, claiming he cannot be prosecuted because he's not subject to the government's laws. A judge called his actions misguided. And we have made attempts to reach out to the state's attorney's office, both calling and texting their spokesperson, and have not heard back and had this confirmed by the state's attorney's office, only by Chief John Mina. We've also heard that the family of Sade Dixon may be meeting with the state's attorney's office this morning to talk about other options, including life without parole. All of this will be happening this morning, and we'll be updating you throughout the day. For now, reporting live at the state's attorney's office, Sashel Saunders, News 6.
And Mark Lehman continues our team coverage this morning. And Mark, recently the death penalty has been under a lot of scrutiny in Florida.
Yeah, for more than a year, there's been uncertainty surrounding Florida's death penalty, which was put on hold. But on Monday, Governor Rick Scott signed a law aiming to fix what's been seen as flaws in the capital sentencing procedure. Now, this all stems from a decision last year. In January 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled Florida's death penalty procedure was unconstitutional because it allowed judges instead of juries to decide on the death penalty. Later that year, the Florida legislature passed a law requiring 10 of 12 jurors to recommend death, but that was struck down by the Florida Supreme Court. Lawmakers went back to work in this year's session. Under the new law, juries will now have to unanimously recommend a death sentence for it to be imposed on someone convicted of a capital crime. But even with the new fix, there are many who contend that the state law remains flawed and doesn't address a number of issues. Currently, Florida has one of the highest number of inmates on death row, with nearly 400 facing execution. Now, at this point, it's unknown if the state of Florida's death penalty has had any bearing on the state attorney's decision not to seek the death penalty against accused cop killer Markeith Loyd. That's something we're expecting to learn later today. Bridget.
All right. Thank you, Mark.